What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods, and we are back with another interview. And I told y'all we only get the best of the best, and we may have the best wide receiver in the country with us today. We have Tyler Hudson, Central Arkansas wide receiver, and we can go through all the accolades, man. This guy was the Southland Conference Freshman of the Year. He was also a freshman All-American. He was preseason and postseason All SLC in 2020. He was the Offensive Player of the Year in 2020 in the Southland Conference and was just voted preseason ASUN Offensive Player of the Year and was a first team preseason All American selection for the conference. So, Tyler, appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
Man, so I want to go way back to high school, man, when you were also, so you're like 3 for 3 so far on offensive player of the years, man. You're one of the offensive player of the years out there in the Houston area in Klein Oak High School in Spring, Texas. Going way back, man, which teams were recruiting you the hardest out of high school?
Right now, I'd probably say, in my opinion, I'd probably say UCA. They recruited me hard at the end of my senior season. Holy Cross, which is in Massachusetts, another FCS school. And then I talked to Rice for a while. Yeah, those are probably the top three.
Hey, man, all great schools. And so, what was it about Central Arkansas that, kind of led you to commit and want to further your career there?
It felt like home. I went back home after one of my other visits, and then I was sitting there and I was like, dang, I need to find somewhere to go. And so then I ended up getting to go to Central Arkansas. And then I was
Right.
like, see how this works out. And I go there and I'm having fun and I'm meeting people who aren't even on the team yet. They're in my grade. They just committed there and I had a fantastic time. So I was like, yeah, I think I like it here. It reminds me of high school. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go. And then that's how it ended up happening.
Oh man, I love to hear it. And I mean, you come in with a pretty strong class and you earn a starting spot and you play every single game as a true freshman at UCA. How did you step in and earn all your teammates' respect so fast and earn that spot as one of the top wide receivers on the team as a true freshman?
So one of the things I talked to Coach Brown before I even committed there, I was like, I'm not coming here to sit. Like, I'm coming here to play. Because if I want to sit, I just go to like Alabama or something. So I wanted to play. And he said, "You have all the opportunity you can if you want to play." I said, "Okay, I'll go. I'll come here and I will play. I want to start." And we went first day, first week of fall camp. One of my teammates, he got hurt, and so then I was next up because I was behind him. And then pretty much from there, I just did what I had to do. Just catching touchdowns, going for 100 yards every couple games. So I mean, I just had to do what I had to do. That's pretty much it.
Man, I like how you're just so nonchalant about it. You just, had the second most UCA receiving touchdowns in a season, your first year out, man. Win the freshman player of the year, all that. And I want to get to last season because you guys were on the national stage. It was that Austin P game. Everyone said, okay, is COVID going to wipe out college football? And it was really up to Central Arkansas and Austin P to make the season happen. How much pressure did you feel, knowing that everybody in the country was eyes were going to be on you? And as a team, did y'all feel any pressure to make sure that game worked out like it did?
Um, Me personally, no. I want the big stage. I've talked to Coach Brown about that, and he's talked to the team about it. Like, he wants the big stage. He wants us to be on national TV, have everybody watching us. Like, they fought for that game. They made sure every week we were wearing our mask in meetings, walkthroughs, going home, going to the grocery store, whatever. Like, he made sure we had our mask. If you didn't have one, they got you one. Like, it was just crazy how like strict they were on the rules. But I mean, it worked out. We ended up playing 9 games, and the only time we had to reschedule, it was because the other team. It wasn't because of us. So I mean, we put a lot of effort into being safe and clean. So I mean, it wasn't that much pressure. I mean, probably pressure on the coaches, because.
Right.
But as a player, no, it didn't put too much pressure on me. I just had to do what I was supposed to do.
Right. It was one of the biggest games. I know everyone in the country was like, you guys like were all walking off the field, and everyone was like, get off the field, get off the field. Like no one can test positive, or no one else is going to be able to play this year. So I want to talk about a big move that happened this offseason. UCA moving to the A-Sun Conference. Everyone's been talking about this new A-Sun Conference. It's going to be one of the top conferences in FCS football. How do you think this move benefits UCA, and how excited are you to play some of these teams that came with y'all to the A-Sun?
I'm really excited. Like I want to play Jacksonville State. I've seen that they did good this past season, and in the season prior before that. Like they're really they're really good. They're gonna be a tough game. Uh, I mean, rest of them, like we played Eastern Kentucky before. We know how they're gonna be. That's a good game. It was a good game. First time and the second time we played them. Who else are we playing? We don't get to play. Some of those teams didn't make it to the A-Sun yet this year. They'll make it next year. I'm really excited to play Sam in that September. I think it's like the end of September. Yeah. This season's gonna be fun. I mean, we played some teams we haven't played before, and we played some teams that we've played several times. So I mean, it's gonna be a good mix.
Absolutely. And I mean, is there any extra motivation to win the conference in year one, just to just kind of set the tone with all these teams that you said that y'all haven't seen yet, just to come out and say, listen, we're going to be one of the top teams in this conference from the jump?
Yeah. We have the defending national champions that we're going against this year.
Yep.
So this year, I mean, we beat them my freshman year, so I don't have no doubt that we can beat them again. And then with the teams that are in the A-Sun, I think we're gonna have a great start in the first year. Because I mean, I know Jacksonville State's gonna be a hard game, but I think we can pull it out when we go there. So I think we're gonna do really good this year. Actually, we got everybody back. This is the year to do it. To be honest, like, yeah, we got everybody back. I mean, it's me, Lawan, my boy Gerard, Mitch, Braylon at QB, and then we got multiple running backs who can run the ball. So I think it's going to be explosive on offense, and defense got the same team again. So really everybody's back. So I don't see why we couldn't make a push this year. Yeah, we should run right through the A-Sun this year. We should. I mean, I think so.
I love the confidence. I'm so excited for the A-Sun this year. I think more people need to be talking about it. I think by the end of the year, the A-Sun's going to be right there, and everyone's going to be like, man, look at this conference and what they're bringing in even next year, like you mentioned. But I want to get to your game, man. As a wide receiver, as a punt returner, just so dynamic. How has your game evolved since you stepped on campus as a freshman until now being one of the leaders of this team?
Trying to think. I say the way it evolved was my route running. I mean, I was good at it in high school, but that was high school level. And I get to college, and I had to learn a few things. And I mean, I've always been good at tracking the ball. I'm not sure if you're cocky or nothing, but I think I got the best ball skills in America always. But that's just how I feel. So I mean, honestly, I'd say the route running, getting stronger, and in the receiving game, punt return. Probably say be able to read the ball better, because in high school, you know, the kicks are just end over end, they're line drives, and then in college, I remember my first college game, punter kicked it 60 yards. I I was just looking at the ball like, dang, when is it gonna drop? He kicked it on his own 20. I caught it at like my own 20, so I was like, dang, that was tough for me. But I think evolving was probably in the punt return game. I mean, a little bit in the receiving game, but mainly the punt return game.
Oh man, I like it. And so this is probably a tough question, and you're not done yet. You have this year and possibly even your senior year, depending on what you decide to do after this year. What letter grade would you give your career at UCA right now?
A+.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think you're the first person that said A+, but I mean, man, you look at all the honors and the stats and everything. It's tough. It's. I mean, so for you, what do you have to do this year to keep your A+ grade?
I gotta. I don't like talking about myself like that, but I gotta get All American again. I gotta get conference All American. Gotta try win Player of the Year in the new conference because I'm on the preseason list, so I gotta do it at the end of the season. I need to win the Walter Payton Award. I was really upset about the rankings and who was where and what. I'm not gonna get into that. I just know I need to win it this year. And even Coach Brown wants me to win it this year. I really want to win it because I have a Walter Payton jersey in my closet, so I really want to win it. And it was the 34th year. That'd be so cool. But I hope I can win it this year, though. That's probably what I'll need.
Oh man. I like. I mean, I can't. I'm a blank off the top of my head. I mean, it's been a while since the wide receivers won that award. I believe.
I didn't even know a receiver won it. I know quarterback win it, but I want to win it.
Oh man, that'd be a huge accomplishment. Yeah, I knew you were on the preseason watch list for that year. Every preseason watch list a wide receiver was on, you were on that list. And so this is going to be a tough question because I mean, I don't think there's many things you could probably pick from. But what's one thing in your game that you want to improve to take it to the next level?
One thing. Can I say two?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'd say one, my physicality. I'd say I'd want that to be better. I worked on that a lot this summer. I couldn't really do too much in the spring because I messed up my thumb, so I couldn't really grip weights and stuff like that. So I just had to do what I could do. But that's one thing. And then the other thing, I want to get faster. Like I've gotten faster as I've been here, but I want to be like 4.4 type. By the time I leave here, that's what I want to do.
Right. I mean, hey, those are two things that I'm going to be interested to see how what you do on the field this year, man. But this is a aspect of football that I love, talking to players about, and that's film study, man. As a wide receiver, how much film study do you do of a defense leading into game week, and what are the biggest things you look for while you're watching film?
Let's see. Watching film. I mean, when we go again, all right. So we kind of go rotate sides or whatever, We and the DBs usually follow. So I usually will look at one corner most of the game because usually when we play teams, they follow. And you look at how they get out their breaks when they backpedal. Like when we shut down, when do they shut down? How do they work at the line? Do they feet move? Do their hands shoot? Are they aggressive? Are they soft? I mean, you can look at a lot of things, and honestly, you look at it pretty much too. If you were really like watching film, you might do it 3-4 times a day, but probably like 2 times a day just to see, and then you can try to implement it into the practice every week. See if you can beat him at practice before you get to the game.
Right. And so when you're watching film, of a DB, and like that it's like, okay, if he does this in the game, I got him beat. So pretty much, what is the number one mistake a DB can make against you?
Take their eyes off my hips. That's number one. Because if you look anywhere else, I'm gonna fool you. It's that easy. It's that easy.
Ooh, man, I like it. I like it. And so getting to the team goals, man, you've mentioned some of them, but what are some of the team goals that UCA as players, as coaches, that you guys have talked about and laid out for y'all's 2021 season?
Well, me, Braylon, and Lawan, we were talking about in the locker room the other day. Braylon needs like 3,800 or not 3,800. I think like not 3,800. That's how many he threw my freshman year. I think he needs like a high 2,000, mid to low 3,000 yards to like be like the career record for most passing yards. And we and us three were talking about beating it this year. We was like, we know we could do it because we passed for almost 4,000 yards my freshman year, so we know we could do it again. And then we're trying to like be like the LSU team in 2019. Justin and Jamar and then Joey. That's kind of how we're trying to do it. I mean, I don't know if we're going to do exactly what they did, but trying to get as many yards as we can and break some records and stuff like that.
Man. All right, listen, I'll be keeping track. I'll have to like hit you up because I'm sure, because I know you can't be, you're going to be right there at the wide receiving. He's going to be right there at the passing. That's going to be something to watch all year, man. And so we've already went through your personal goals, and I know you're one of the leaders on this team, and I know the first game is always the most important. I got you. Just put a butt behind it. But what game on the 2021 schedule for you guys are you looking forward to the most?
Well, as a team, we want to be Arkansas State. We want to be Arkansas State after what happened because, they kind of whooped us. So he ain't going to talk about that. But I say for me personally, I'd say Sam, because I've beaten him before, and I know we could have won the national championship last year if we'd played in the spring. And then I want to go crazy against Abilene Christian.
Ooh, is there any reason Abilene Christian?
Okay. So there's this player on the team. He don't like me. I don't like him. We went to the same high school, and he starts at corner now. So it's pretty. That's what it is. So I'm trying to be prepared for that game.
Oh man, it's personal then, and so I'm looking forward to it. I know I'm going to like turn on Sports Center that week, and it's going to be Tyler Hudson goes for like 300. I'm going to be like, man, it's like that.
Yeah. Something I want to do. Yeah, I want to go for at least 200 yards that game.
Oh man, hey, I'll be looking forward to that one. That's one I'm going to write down like after this interview. Like we gotta turn on that one. But looking at your game, man, which NFL wide receivers do you watch the most film on, and who do you think your game models after the most?
I watch a lot of receivers. I say before I got into college, it was more like a possession catcher. Like I wasn't really that type to catch it and run, so more like I'm gonna make sure I catch it like Larry Fitzgerald. Like I'll make sure I catch it before I even try to do anything else. Now I don't even know. I don't even know who I play like. I just like watching people, but I don't really like take nothing from the video I watch. Cause I used to be on YouTube. They don't show the whole play. Show him like catching the ball, or it might show one part of the route. Cause I don't really watch people like that. I should watch like the highlights. So I'll probably play like myself. I mean, I don't really take parts of people's games. I kind of just do whatever I got to do to get open, and make the plays. Like I said, like I think I'm the best at tracking the ball. Like my ball skills are superior, so I just kind of do my thing. I probably get that from my dad and God, of course. But I mean, I don't know. I just kind of play like myself.
Hey, it's been working for you, so we will take that answer. Not everyone can come on here and say that, but with everything else, like we'll let you go away with that one. But man, before everyone has like their things that they like to do before games. So walk us through what's your pregame routine. Do you have to have a certain song? Do you wear a certain something? Kind of walk us through what you do on game days.
Okay, so we get up, we get to the stadium, and we'll talk, we'll do our meetings, whatever. We'll go eat, and I'll be playing my music when we walk. Cause we walk all the way across campus to go eat. So I put my beats on. I just got some new beats last week. I'm ready to use those. But we do that, and we get on the bus. We do the bear walks. We walk past the stadium. Got my headphones. I'm listening to my songs, and then we get in the locker room, and I immediately get changed, and then the only thing I don't do is I don't put on shoulder pads or I don't put on helmets. I just do like waist down, and I don't have a shirt on. I go outside, no matter the temperature. It can be blistering hot or freezing cold. Like I don't put my shirt on, and I go out there and I listen to music, walk around a little bit, and then start stretching a little bit, and then we start running routes, and then I'm just listening to music the whole time. And then what else do I do? Try to have my gummy worms. I don't know. I really like gummy worms. I've always liked them when I was younger, and I've liked them now. I kind of have those in the locker room. I don't really share too much either. That's kind of mine.
you like do not touch my bag of gummy worms. That's like on the team rules.
Yeah. In my locker, and I lock it. Like I don't let anybody even try to see it. I just eat it one by one. And then I'm assuming you might know who it is, but I don't know. But I listen to Herbo right before I go out. Like right before we go out to town. Herbo, that's my favorite artist. So, yeah.
I like it. But do you ever bring the gummy worms on the sidelines? Do you give it to like an assistant or a grad assistant? Be like, man, I might need these.
Haven't tried that. Nope. I would have if it wasn't COVID, but it's COVID, so I haven't even.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I feel that. I was wondering if it was like a Marshawn Lynch situation where you're like, I got to get my Skittles before I go out there and put up 200 yards against Abilene.
Yeah, if we didn't have COVID, I probably would have tried it last season, but we got COVID, so I'm not trying to like try to get yelled at by the AT and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure, man. So, I know DBs are notorious trash talkers, man. They're probably the worst on the field. How big of a talker are you during the game?
Honestly, I don't talk. I don't really talk that much. I remember freshman year, who was up? Yeah, there was 2 games freshman year where I talked back. It was when we played Abilene Christian. I was playing somebody else. I was playing the dude I was talking about earlier, but he wouldn't stop talking to me. I don't know why, but he just wouldn't. And then the second round of playoffs, the dude that's in the same grade as me, he like kept talking, and I don't know why. And then I went against the older guy, and he kept talking to me too. And that's the only 2 times I really talked back. Because every time I've had somebody talk to me, I usually like go crazy. Like I played against Lamar at Lamar my freshman year. Dude called me sorry, and I said what? Ended up having 3 touchdowns that game. He started being nice to me. Incarnate word. Dude said I wasn't good. He said I was soft. I was a little boy because I was a freshman. I said, okay. It was a 50-yard bomb. Braylon threw it. I went right over the top of him, caught it in the end zone. We got up, looked at each other. He was just like in awe. And I just looked at him. I was like, yeah. And then I walked off, and then I come back to the field again. He was like, good catch, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know why people talk to me. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't say nothing to you. I say, I'm not worried about you. You're not in my head. You won't get in my head. Like, I just don't understand. But they talk to me like I'm not gonna, like I'm sorry or something. I don't know, bro. It's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, why are you talking if I'm going crazy? Like, I don't understand that. Like, yeah, you might say something at the beginning of the game, and I'm like, I haven't really done nothing yet. But once I've done something, you don't need to say nothing until I miss the ball or you actually make a play. You feel me? Like, I don't get it.
Man. I like you're just like, listen, you could talk all at the beginning, but when I got them 3 touchdowns, you're going to need to go on the sideline and think about what you did. But, we talk a lot of DBs talk a lot of trash, but there's had to be at least one that caught your eye, man. Who's the best cornerback you ever had to go heads up against?
Being honest, I'd probably say my teammate.
Oh,
Yeah, Robert Rochelle just went to the 4th round to the Rams. Yeah, probably the best corner I've ever gone against. In my opinion, I don't know how he stayed. I don't know how we got him to stay at UCA, but we did. I don't know how we did it because he could have played the SEC. Yeah, some people might think he might not have been, but if he definitely could have went, especially because he ran a 4.3. He was just as long as I was. And, like, no matter what route I ran, he'd get behind me because he knew I could not run him. Like, that was probably the best because any other DB I can get around and they can't catch back up. But Robert, he'll stay behind me on purpose so he knows. And if I break down, he's right there. Like, so that's probably the best I played against.
And I think he's gonna make a big impact. I like as soon as you mentioned teammate, that's who like I thought you were gonna say, and I mean him and Jalen Ramsey in that secondary is gonna be something to watch.
That's his fair flare, man. He got his mentor. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. He gonna
and I think they still have. I don't remember. They might still have Marcus Peters too, who's a dog as well.
Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Exactly. That secondary is going to be, and well, they got rid of Johnson at safety, but I don't remember who the safety is. But that DB group is going to be disgusting. Then you got Aaron Donald in the front end of that defense. The Rams are going to be something to watch this year.
They're gonna be really.
Oh man, but we mentioned all the accolades you see, and all the awards and everything you've gotten, man. How do you keep motivated? What is driving you day in and day out to just keep getting better and keep racking up all the accolades, awards, and yards?
I say what's driving me is I probably got a few reasons. One, when I was in high school, I thought I was one of the best in the state. I thought so. Stats was proving it. I mean, we can look at them. We can look them up, but I mean, I think I was doing pretty good, and I couldn't even get an offer in state. And I've seen people like get offers that weren't better than me, And now, yeah, it sounds like I'm hating, but I ain't hating. Like I was just confused. Like I couldn't get an offer. Like not even in the own state, I couldn't not get an offer, and I was just so confused. And then so that's one thing. Two, I wanted to go big. I wanted to go big so bad, and a lot of people don't know, but whenever I had right before I went to UCA, like for to my official visit, I had cried because I was like, I tried my mom because I was like, I don't understand why I can't get any offers. Like I couldn't get no big ones. Like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I don't know what else to do. Like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I just can't get one, and it just didn't make any sense to me. So that's probably one because I feel like I could be up there, I could play with them, and I'm always and like now we're looking into a second lens because FCS is looked through the NFL like a second lens. Like you got to be almost a freak athlete. Like you were not even supposed to be in the FCS, like to even like be considered a top dog in the draft class. So I don't know. It just kills me like to see people who I know I'm better than be somewhere. I'm not gonna say better, but like higher than I am. You know what I mean? That's probably.
Hey, your audio went back out again.
Oh, my friend called me this time.
Okay, no, you're good. I got you back. I got you back.
He got me back. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably driving me right now. It's probably seeing other people be somewhere where I know I could be or I should have been, you know. That was driving me right now. And then third reason, I just want to make it to the league. Like I've been wanting to go to the league since I was little. I've had all the opportunities to get where I need to get. Like I can only thank God for letting me be where I am. And yeah, I didn't go the big stage, whatever, blah, blah, but I still have a chance, you know. So I'm just thankful, really.
Absolutely. And yeah, those stats, almost 2,000 yards receiving and over 20 touchdowns in high school, man. So definitely putting the production out there. And I mean, I think according to this, you were the 10th ranked wide receiver in the state of Texas.
And I don't even know why I was 10th, to be honest. I feel like I was like top 5, somewhere in the top 5. Like I don't know. I can't put myself anywhere in top 5, but I feel like I was at least top 5.
For sure, man. And this is a question that I'm sure you're going to be asked. Whether you decide to come out after this season, whether you decide to come out after your senior season at UCA in 2 years, if an NFL franchise pulls you aside, man, and asks what they're going to get if they draft Tyler Hudson, what do you tell them?
The best player you might have ever gotten at the receiver position. Because when I'm telling you, the day I You hear me? Yep.
Yeah, I got you. You're good. You're good.
The day I get called up, hopefully I can get called up to walk up to the stage, but I just feel like you'll get the greatest in the position. Like I can't even describe. Like I know I'm gonna work so hard, and I don't drop passes. It don't matter, and I just feel like I'm gonna be the greatest at what I can do. So therefore, if I'm working as hard as I can, I'm gonna be in the best probably the organization's ever seen because I don't drop passes. If there's one person on me, I'm open. If there's 2 people on me, I'm still open. Like it doesn't matter. I've caught a pass with 4 people on me before. Like I will catch the ball. Like I'm going for the ball. I catch the football. Like ain't nothing to it. I just feel like I'm gonna be the greatest because I work really hard. Like I might say I don't work that hard, but I work really hard. And God's given me so much ability. Like I literally have a poster in my room and it says, God is giving you a gift, and your gift back to God is doing what you can with your gift. And I maximize my gift. Like I don't know how else to say it. I maximize my gift. I do the best I can whenever it comes to this football. I do the best I can. So I just feel like you draft me, sign me, it doesn't matter if I get drafted or not. As long as I'm on the team and I get an opportunity, I'm gonna make the most of it.
And listen, I like my team needs some wide receivers, man. I'm a Dolphins fan, and so I'm hoping we can get you in the draft, whether it be next year or the next year. Our wide receiver has been a long history of really bad wide receivers for the Dolphins, man. So we need some help. But man, I appreciate you coming on, man. You were one of our most requested guests from like all our listeners, man. They were like, you got to get Tyler on the podcast. So shout out to you for taking some time before fall camp to come on here, man. But where can they find you? Twitter, Instagram, any NIL deals, shout outs, and where can people reach out to you about NIL stuff?
They can find me on Twitter. Bruh Tyler 18, BRUHTYLER 18. I made it when I was in high school and I can't change it, so that's what it is. They can find me on Instagram. I'm trying to remember it. Hold on. T underscore Huddy HUDDY .01. That's the Instagram. I just changed it not too long ago. And yeah, that's all the social media I got.
For sure. Guys, go support Tyler. The more social media interaction these players get, the better NIL deals and opportunities they can lay out for themselves. Man, I'm going to be rooting you on. And when y'all go get that championship and you get another offensive player of the year, man, we'll have to have you back on, man. And when you eventually declare for the draft, man, we'll definitely have you back on. And we cover the Senior Bowl every year, man. I definitely want to see you down there because we need to see balling out against some of those DBs that you say everyone just let go of the Power Five without facing you. So I appreciate it, man. We'll definitely stay in touch. But guys, y'all know where to find us. YouTube, any and all podcast streaming platforms. So subscribe now. But for Tyler, myself, and the Blue Bloods guys, we are out.